just coming to space, holding space, or talking online without much work done. So all I have to say is that let us start looking for ways in which we can involve in this east, the south, the west, how we can involve. Look at the northerners are not waiting for anybody. They're already occupying every place, every place. So let us discuss on how to go in there and
But
registered
Peter
as
be
a
like,
member.
some people are
Let us
saying that
discuss.
they don't want to join ADC right now because they are waiting for, a signal that will be the candidate. Is that do you agree or disagree with that position?
All right, all right. Um, Peter Obi has already said that he's working with a coalition, and if they believe in Peter Obi, they will not. They will see the handwriting written on the word clearly. Those people that are saying that they don't actually understand the game. You can't wait for Peter Obi to say, "Okay, I'm the flag bearer. I'm this. I'm that." Go in there. If it favors, if not favors, we go out or we come in. Right now, Peter Obi is still in Labour Party. There is still probability of him running as a Labour Party candidate. There's still probability of him joining the coalition. So why not just get involved? What we will lose? We will lose nothing. We'll go in and come out. Nobody will tie us in. So the best is not to be on the fence, is to go in there.
Thank you very much. That's exactly what we've been saying. Rather than all these tantrums, go in there and start establishing yourself, start speaking to people, start convincing party members, start letting them know that your guy is the best. If Atiku has 5 people supporting him in your ward and Obi has 10 people, it's very most likely Obi supporter will become a delegate. It's very likely. And if the Atiku supporters are able to convince the Obi guys that, guys, look at it this way, and they want to take a vote, guess who will come out? An Atiku supporter. So the point here is that on every ward, or I don't know what level these delegates come from, right? Once the people in that particular ward says this is who we want you to take our votes to or vote for, they do that. And if it is about direct, then you know that you are ready, you are well positioned to do your own bit and push your candidate forward. All this back and forth on the timeline will not change or solve anything.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Deji, please let me just say one sentence. All right. This is the fact and the truth. This is the fact and the truth. Peter Obi or nothing is a good ideology. But shouting Peter Obi or nothing on space won't help anything. I believe in that. It's either Peter Obi or nothing, quite right. But Peter Obi or nothing won't win you
okay,
election.
let's even
Peter
let's
Obi or
even drill
nothing
down
won't
on that.
get you there.
What you actually mean by that. So when you say Peter or nothing, does that mean that as long as PO is not on that ticket, it doesn't matter who it is, you will not vote for that person, you will not campaign, you will not do anything for that person?
As for me, as I'm saying, and majority of the obedient,
Just speak for yourself
if
so
it
that
is
we
not Peter
can talk
Obi,
about it.
okay, all right, let me speak for myself. As for me, if it's not Peter Obi, I won't participate in the election. I'll just go to my house. And it will reach an extent that I'm against the coalition. But right now, I'm telling you that if it's not Peter Obi, I will not support anybody
Okay.
because he's the only person that have the characteristic. He's the only person that have like the wisdom and understanding to handle this Nigeria, to take Nigeria forward.
Okay, fair enough,
I
fair
bet
enough.
you,
So
forget
let's
all the
now
swearing
let's
that
also flip it on the other way. Say Obi then becomes the candidate. Now you will be energized to campaign and vote for him. What about those who their candidate did not become their aspirant did not become the candidate? Will it be fair if they also sit it out and allow you to do it by yourself?
there are some obedient that are also either Obi or anybody that the coalition president. But if you feel you can do same,
So those ones
do
are Obi
same.
or
Nobody will
anybody.
stop
I'm
you.
talking about those who are saying, for instance, Atiku or nothing. right? Not
That is
obedient
something
who
I'm
are on
telling
the
you.
who are hold on,
That
please.
is
Oh,
that is
I'm
something.
sorry, just chill now. Sorry. I'm not talking about obedience who are neutral or
People
article
that
support.
believe on Obi or
Wait now.
nothing. Yes, that is. Let me finish. People on Obi or nothing
All
are
right.
different. People that believe on the project, they are different. And article supporters, if they also have the balls, and if their candidate is not the person, they can also stay back. Nobody is forcing this to anybody. I will move forward.
But if that
Them,
happens,
we got them. Obi won the
if that
election.
happens, we will be able to win. Will the coalition be able to win?
Sorry,
Let's move on. Your network is
I'm
bad.
saying.
I was saying that
Sorry, Deji, can you repeat that?
I
That
was
I
saying
lost
that
you.
if
Yes.
article guys also say, oh, since it's not article and they step down and they say they also like turn their back, like you said, they even work against the coalition. Do you think a coalition that brings out to be as candidates will then win?
The truth is, we the coalition. Me and you know that Obi will win election very well, because forget what the mistake we made in the past election by not protecting our vote. We are fully ready. They need Obi in the coalition more than we do.
Wait, why they where?
I'm telling the truth.
Why they on
So,
Twitter?
Comrade, I
Yeah,
beg, let me.
let's
I
thank
beg,
you very
I beg.
much, Peter Obi last one. Thank you. All right, Elijah,
Deji,
go on.
thank you very much. Twitter is a very interesting place. Twitter is a place where Twitter is a place where you can win elections.
Elijah is in the matrix, so can you guys hear him or is it my network?
And the same thing, he's breaking after fighting for Mike.
All right. Elijah, if you can hear me, I dropped you. Request for the mic again. We could not hear what you were saying. In the meantime, let's have comrade. Go on.
Okay, thank you, Deji. So, make I even start from okay, I don't even know where to start. Let me start by addressing something Yakosa said. Yeah, that they should call that question you asked him. Yeah, and Deji, I think you asked a very important question there. Yeah, um, that if article or nothing, they do article or nothing, Obi or nothing, they do Obi or nothing. And if you're the interim chairman, how will you resolve these differences? Ijakosa say they will conduct. Okay, Elijah, are you back?
Yes, comrade, I beg. My village people, they fight me. Hello, can you hear me, Deji?
Yeah, please go on.
Okay, thank you very much. So Twitter is a very interesting place where you can win elections from the comfort of your room. And a lot of people, think that what is happening on Twitter is what you get on ground. But I'm here to tell you people that there is a reason why most times I say, "Comrade is my leader." Is because somehow you might underrate him as an individual. But if a lot of you people here can, there is one particular post that Comrade made. I just bookmarked it. If those three basic principles can be followed, I think the people who are saying whether you are article for nothing or will be for nothing, you will be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Now, let me make it clear. One of the points Comrade raised is direct primaries. Direct primaries makes it impossible for you will be needing trillions to be able to buy over everybody in a direct primary. And I believe for those examples that say will be or nothing, you find out that majority of them are doing it outside ADC. You know, they are hosting spaces, tweeting, because to them, life is nothing more than tweets. You know, they feel everything in Nigeria regulates and responds to only their tweets. And this was the same case their principal faced in Labour Party, where they say they are not interested. You know, we are obedient. We are not Labour Party. You know, and when Abure and his colleagues, which some of them are already even here on this space, did what they did to you, you know, it ended in tears only. Until today, you've been battling with them because you refuse to go in. And yes, Abure also blocked people from coming in. But one of the things I think the obedience for nothing, I mean, the OB for nothing camp should thank God, is that ADC is an open field that have even made their registration as easy as ABCD. They've said everybody come in. Now, it is an open platform that have welcomed everybody. But you know what this set of people have done? They've refused to go in. Even when their principal came on space and told them that I'm with this, I'm here already. Rather than infiltrate, take over. Since you claim to have the numbers anyway, you know the number I believe you have is basically on Twitter Spaces. If it's for Twitter Spaces and the Twitter community, I think you have the numbers. But gearing into 2027, I will be here to see those your numbers. But instead of coming in now to occupy, so that your PO or nothing can be implemented, you know, it is basically attack, abuse PDP people, abuse Atiku, and everybody on this space knows that El-Rufai is my limit. But your principal did not just stop at saying that he's going to work with everybody. Your principal was almost hugging El-Rufai. Your principal, if not that El-Rufai control himself, Oka Kweyanazu. Kweyanazu in Igbo is Igbo, but in English means he was ready to back El-Rufai, like he would have bent so that El-Rufai would climb his back. That's the level of relationship he's willing to go. Now, if your principal can work with everybody, like he told you, it is now me, Elijah, that cannot work with Atiku. Something must be wrong with your mental cavity. In fact, you are not okay upstairs. Just like your principal can work with everybody to get a manageable Nigeria. I, Elijah, you can only imagine the type of people I will work with. And for now, I will sit around and observe. I think we are in the season where people enjoy fights. You know, the people in the article will say article or nothing, or less. If it's not article, let Tinubu continue. The people in the obedient camp will say it's Obi or nothing. If it's not Obi, let Tinubu continue. Why not just join APC straight and work for Jagaban? Why all this confusion? And leave people who want to do coalition to do coalition. If you know you can make tweets that, if you know that Tinubu is still an option for you, if it is not your candidate, why not? What type of human beings did God create and push to Nigeria? Why not just register? Or the camp like the governor of Delta and the governor, these are people who have the camp to join Jagaban. Why not just join Jagaban straight away and work for him? Why must you claim to be in a coalition? Even your principal, Peter Obi, told you that you cannot be in a coalition and be given such conditions. Your principal said it. But, you know, the movement I feel is populated now with more daft They are educated though, but they are daft. You know, Ntike, people who believe that it is only by crashing the ship that you can survive. But we will all be here. Me, I want to make it clear to you. The likes of Wike, we fight to the death. See, Wike. You know, even when you people have arranged your coalition, you are not even sure you are going to win Jagaban. That is even the most painful reality that you people have not even come up to. Even as at now, you should be ready with the dynamics to join if Wike pattern is what is reigning. Be in your party and work with 10 other parties. Since that is what is reigning, be as mobile and as flexible as possible. So that if ADC is just whatever, you know, if ADC is a smoke screen and there is something cooking up somewhere, once your leaders in the coalition give a go ahead, everybody rolls into play immediately. Because you cannot be this rigid and think that you can fight with Jagaban. Even the Jagaban you are up against, we commission people to join your movement and abuse him. Like, he will commission the likes of Boala in the last election to go and abuse him from the opposition, calling him drug lord, calling him names. This is the type of man you are up against. But you want to be rigid. You want to prove that, old glory. 2023 don't enter your head. So I get them before you think say my property. Because some of you think that because I worked with you in 2023 as a P2B supporter, I am now, even that your candidate, that your OB or nothing. If you give him the ticket, what is he going to do with it? What is he doing with it? What is he doing with it? A man that came to space and opened his mouth and told me to pray for my enemies. In Nigeria, I should pray for my enemies in Nigeria, not my enemies in America or UK. I should put them in prayers. That's the person you are fighting for. You open your mouth wah, and be saying nonsense. Even when the coalition is trying to crack their head to know if it is this man that ends up with this ticket, let's know how to tell him that some of the things you did then cannot work now. Give him what is obtainable. Or fire him up, or look for a vice that can augment that his character of peace and due process. Because you can't be discussing due process in Afghanistan, where everybody is with arms. Where everybody, you are fighting in an election with gun runners, killers. And you are telling me to pray for my enemies who can kill 200 people in a day and tell you that they cannot visit there because of bad road. And if I get that, if I come for that your principal, you see that your PO or nothing, he will deputize Atiku. Let the heaven will not fall. He will deputize Atiku and nothing will happen. If it is this is energy, PO will deputize Atiku and nothing will happen. You will vomit blood. Because nothing he says interests me. APC have put him on defending himself. If he's not defending how he decongested port with someone who should focus on attack of 2027, they have arranged TV interviews for you, moving from one TV station to another, telling me how you built Anambra. Is it what you did in Anambra that we are talking about 2027? People are dying. You are telling me about what you did in Anambra. What am I doing with what you did in Anambra? Or you think is what we did in 2027 is what I will come and repeat with you because you are coming to help me. Something is wrong with you.
Can you hear me?
Deji, I'm rounding up now. Please.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say that, but there are also some people that have also started article or nothing. So how will the coalition sort this thing out?
That is what I'm telling you. These are two suicide. These are extremists. These are suicide bombers on both ends. These are suicide bombers on both ends who have no intention of working for the coalition. And I am here to advise them, if it is Atiku or you join, because the coalition at the end of the day, my resolve to just drop these two, even the Atiku himself have not really been so. Atiku and PO are two sides of the same coin. And I've said it before. Even if you join the two of them, you are not sure of winning. You are not sure. To win will take times 10 the work that was done in 2023. So who is either saying, because at the end of the day, if the coalition gives Amechi with an Erufai and then convinces PO to use his structure to work and convinces Atiku to also use his structure to work, it's still a coalition. So let's be open-minded about this coalition. And in your open-mindedness, if you know you have an agenda and your agenda is PO or your agenda is Atiku, why not infiltrate the ADC, which opened its arm to everybody? It's open. Join. You say you have the numbers. Join. Take over this, and then follow with what we're saying and push for direct primaries. Direct prim. If you have yourself in number there in that party, and in the ADC, you constitute 70% of the ADC. If you say it's direct primary it is.
Yeah.
But you are not coming to tell me that dollar. Some people are even doing calculation. $2,000 by 74/7 local government is 23 billion, 43 billion naira. And this, okay, you know all this calculation. You can't even win. You can't even infiltrate the party, join the party, and insist on a direct primary. But you want to win Jagaban. You people are not serious, though. And you see me. I have made it.
Elijah, what some people are saying is that even that direct primary self say no be the surest way. Say the surest way now may all of them just concede say now Obi go run as consensus candidate.
Which kind of nonsense? Which could conceive where? Could conceive and agree with who? Agree with me? That is Obi. Who told you? What kind of nonsense consensus is that? Which agree and concede? If the leaders agree or concede and in their whatever this, there must be primaries to avoid running into court case. There is a camp you are dealing with. There must even that your APC will usually agree behind the back door that it is Buhari, but they will still do that primaries, whichever type of primary. If you concede and agree and do all your meetings, still agree on a certain type of primary. But what I have come here to tell you is that the easiest path to achieving your PO or article or nothing is to occupy the party in large numbers so that you form majority of the voice, so that your type of primary or the way you feel is the best and most transparent form to get the candidates that you are rooting for will be implemented.
All right.
It is not me. I'm rounding up now. It is not me that will implement it. It is left for you to implement. If it is your candidate that you want, you will work for it, not tweet for it. It takes work. You will do the work. And when others do the work and produce their own candidates, don't come and start shouting. I've heard somebody here say I will work against the coalition if it's Atiku. You will be shocked that at the end of the day, that your Messiah will deputize. I will want to see, at least he has started holding Erufai's hand. That's a step in the right direction. With the way he's going, more concessions will be made. And I will be here to see a good number of you that will commit suicide because he has considered some of his ambitions. So please, please, and please, let us be guided. This coalition is moving in full force. It is taking shape. The leaders and the coordinators are doing a very good job. For you people who are bench warmers, followers, because that is basically what we are all are here. All of us that are followers, use your brain. You let your brain think for once. And all this 2023 talk, kindly keep it in the past so that you can see your future. And your future is 2027. In Nigeria, there is a popular saying, I get them before, no be property. I get them before, no be property. If you want to do it, work from inside. Because some of the people you think you had, eh, come 2027, your eyes will clear. And I don't want your eyes to see your back by that time. So work smart. And this today, somebody's name is Tabo in Igbo language. Tabo means today is early. Today is still early. You people should drop some of these childish fights and abusing each other via tweets because that was not your fight and nonsense. It is me or nothing was not the reason why the coalition was formed in the first place. If the people who came around to form this coalition had this type of ideology, your principal will not be holding Erufai. He will not be hugging Erufai. But him too, he has understood. Even when they asked him a question, the people that killed Nigeria, have you failed Nigeria, you are working with them. Didn't start from the philosopher that you need the experience and the exposure of the failures so that they can tell you where they failed.
Wait. Say, when he was saying that, they said he read philosophy, Abi.
He's a philosopher now.
Oh, but
Very
that guy again.
na brain man now. You see, say na brain man now. Na brain man. You see the way he
Okay.
backed up working with Erufai. But they don't want me to work with Atiku. My brother, Atiku, I will work with Atiku so that I can point out to him some places where he failed in the past, so that he will not make
All
that
right.
mistake. He will not make that mistake
All
in
right.
2027.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very
you,
much.
Elijah.
I yield.
Thank you very much. I was gonna quickly ask Comrade. I mean, you are going next anyway. First of all, I'm about to start work, so I probably just drop calls for a few people, and then if the space gets dry, you can tell me to close it. Secondly, um, so my question was that I mean, we can't deny the fact that when it comes to mobilizing, when it comes to riling people up, making them do the work, volunteer, obedience, they did that work very in a very skillful way in the last election. So why do you think we are not really seeing so much move into ADC or the sort of mobilization that we saw the last time? What's going on?
Okay, Deji, it is unfortunate that Obedient have abdicated their area of strength and have ventured into uncharted territories. Okay, um, they are making a threat.
Empty threat, empty,
Yeah,
not empty.
yeah. So they are making a threat, which at the end of the day, I see their bluff being called. Yeah, I see their bluff being called. Yeah, you said something about Obi being a philosopher. My previous bio was that until a philosopher become president, Nigeria will not be great. And that was a sacred quote that until leaders become philosopher and philosopher become leader, yeah, nation cannot be built. Okay, that was so Peter will be a philosopher, I mean a graduate of philosophy too, right? Yeah, yeah, I consider him a philosopher. But a philosopher will only become president if and only if he has philosophical followers. Until the obedient movement become philosophical in their thinking, then that philosopher will be might just never become president. You see, there was something I was trying to respond to earlier, something Ijakosa said, where the question you asked him, if article or nothing will be or nothing, he's an interim chairman, how does he respond to that, resolve that issue? Right? And what Ijakosa said is, oh, we do a scientific poll. Yeah? So Ijakosa will invest his trust on polls that are unofficial, though, but he cannot invest his trust on an official direct primaries. Is there not some gap in judgment? So the basis for which they don't want to participate in direct primary, they believe the system will be rigged. Like they believe it's an assumption. But there's one system that we know is rigged, even now, like today, the general election conducted by INEC, to be conducted by INEC. We know it will be rigged. Yeah? But you are going to participate in it. You are not saying Obi or nothing in the general election. You are going to participate in it. Even though you know it will be rigged, INEC will conduct it. You are not boycotting because you know the system will be rigged. Obviously rigged. You know it beforehand, but you are participating. But when it comes to
But
internal party
boycott,
politics,
let them announce results now.
yeah, you are not telling Tinubu give Obi or nothing in the general election. But when it comes to internal party politics, you proclaim Obi or nothing. You don't want to compete. You want we are ready. See, the one we did invest here. Um, there were different methods where they take the calculate CGPA back then. Some method, if you use some from your first year to your final year, one method will give you higher, one will give you lower. But the problem we had then, we don't know the one where the investor authority they use. Yeah, we don't know the one the investor
It's
authority they use.
cumulatively now. Probably it's
Yeah. That time we were so young, and they say I was in first. I can't ask one senior colleague that was in final year, which method should I use to calculate my GP so I can keep track of my performance. The guy advised me I should use the one that give me the lowest value, because if I use the one that give me a higher value, I'll give myself a perception that I'm good when I'm not good. He's good when he's not good, that he can defend the vote when he cannot, because he made that submission on the base that they can run alone. Deji, another exhibit. Why Kolade is here doing Obi or nothing? Kolade is campaigning for Dr. Mo. Oh, Obi then rise and go and help Dr. Mo for AMAC election under the ADC. He's not saying Dr. Mo or nothing. He's not saying we don't trust the process. But he wants to compete because he cannot because that's an election, a general election, not the primaries. Because he knows he cannot force the hands of Tinubu. So this lead me to one conclusion. You see that Tinubu and APC, I think you see that you are so scared of them that you cannot even make that kind of demand. Yeah, so just be a bully enough, just be criminal enough, and Kolade and they'll be for nothing. They will participate. They will conform. So what is the issue here? When you see people doing Obi or nothing, article or nothing have started their own. You ask, what is the issue? The issue here is that um, this takes me to American election, right? Before any Trump contest for any election, Trump will create a no-lose condition. Oh, the system is rigged against me. The system is rigged against me. Even when after they do a recount, he will still insist the system is rigged against him. And that was what led to January 6th, that culminated in Trump's second impeachment. Because Trump created a no-lose condition and incited his supporter to believe that the only way he can lose is if he was rigged. The American system, there were guardrails. The system was free and fair. Trump lost, but he couldn't accept because the only way he could win is if he was rigged. Anti-democratic. In 2019 election, they asked Muhammadu Buhari, in the spirit of democracy, will you congratulate the winner if you lose this election? The anti-democrat Buhari replied in an anti-democratic way as usual, no, I will only congratulate myself because Buhari have created a no-lose condition. And when I look at obedient doing obedient or nothing today, I am seeing the fingerprint of Muhammadu Buhari, a no-lose condition. They have been created in Buhari's image, no-lose condition. The only way the system will be free and fair is if they are returned. And they don't even want to compete. Buhari was even magnanimous to even participate in that election. But they don't want to even participate. They need an affirmation, not an election. And at the end, what is it doing is fracturing the coalition. DG, we can only have a coalition if we can keep it.
So comrade, how is it that when my own candidate becomes the this thing, all is good? But if my candidate does not become it, I'm going to sit back and let them go and do that. I will not even vote. And those in Obi or nothing camp, how will they end up winning this election without each other?
Deji, they know it. I know it that this is a mutual assured destruction, right? In fact, the only fighting chance any of them have is in the coalition, right? Every day you stay in the coalition and you are doing Obi or nothing, I see it as a sign of weakness. Every day you stay in the coalition, you are doing article or nothing, I see it as a sign of weakness. Yeah? You know why? Because the only reason you are still here doing Obi or nothing and nobody's answering you, article or not, nobody's answering you, is because you cannot walk away. Yeah? Because I'm seeing that you need the coalition more than the coalition needs you. And you are just trying your luck. Yeah? Because, like I said, Deji, okay, if you are not being given Obi, if you are not being given article, what is the worst that can happen? You leave the coalition. Why not just leave now? If you leave now and run under a party, yes, under your own party, you go get that ticket uncontested. But you are not doing that. You are still here in the table. Then if you are still in the table, then you must discuss. You have not left 2 days ago. You have not left yesterday. And by the time today end, you will still not leave. It means you need this coalition. It means you are still in the table. Then come, let's discuss. I don't know whether you get the point now. Yeah? Because we have looked at this whole thing. Process improvement, direct primary, nobody is talking about it. You are not mobilizing. You are not organizing. You want affirmation. But in the general election, you are not seeking for affirmation. You have looked for every excuse to distrust the system. You've make up every excuse to distrust the system. You've make up every excuse to discredit the system. But when you go into a general election that will be rigged by INEC, you are so obedient to the process. You will participate. You will conform. What's going on here? Is there something I'm missing? Is there something I'm missing?
Yes, you are missing mutual assured destruction, mad. Just without
Okay.
nuclear weapons.
Okay. So let me even round up here since I'm a co-host now, so I don't go hug the mic too much. DJ, I think as somebody where they will be obedient, you understand? I mean that's why I'm even more focused in the obedient movement because this movement was built in our on our backs, right? I will not cede an inch of this movement to anybody. You get? So Deji, one thing where disobedient for nothing they make mistake is that when they stage that workout, not all the obedient will stage that workout with them. Yeah, that is one thing they are forgetting. So some of the obedient will remain in obedient movement and will work for the coalition. That is the wicked template. Yeah, we will stay in the obedient movement and will work for the coalition. You get? So when the election season come, let us assume you are running independently. You are not going to be debating with just these APC guys. Oh. Now fellow obedient one I go to debate with. Yeah? Now fellow obedient way on I go to debate with. You get? So fellow obedient will know where all the bodies are buried. So this is a mutual assured destruction. Make on no do am. Yeah? It will not lead anywhere. But anyway, DJ, let me leave it here. Thank you.
Yeah, just to say that Mr. Collins was also on that oppressive space where I was beaten, I was slapped, my clothes was torn, and he was laughing. He was just laughing. He was so happy. How dare these guys, all these other they even went as far as removing me completely. They was there so happy. You can see how comfortable he is on this space. Nobody is attacking you, and nobody will attack you. You say what you will say, and we'll move on. We'll also say our own. Anyway, let's be tolerant. I don't know why there's so much apprehension. Everyone is so emotionally attached, to this individual, which is not entirely bad. I guess we all have different levels of, commitment. You get what I mean? But one thing is certain: if you are conflicted about where I stand, my stand is that Tinubu must leave Aso Rock. Yeah, your own will be other thing. My own as Tinubu, anybody but Tinubu. I think that's my own mantra. Tinubu must be out. And whatever it takes to get him out is what I'm going to do. That is it. He has to be chased. That he has to be taught a lesson. This movement or this message must reverberate across the political landscape, even to those who see him as, an oracle. To see that, yes, truly, truly, this man has been completely and utterly embarrassed and demystified, that he is actually nothing, you know. That is my focus. So if you consider that as I support for Atiku, because that's what they said on that space, comrade, that I cannot believe that somebody who claims to be educated will be speaking for Atiku. Anyway,
They won't tell me say
I'm about to start
I be
right now.
article boy, say article don't pay me. I tell them say I challenge everybody. Bring
Comrade,
out
I need to respond to
bring out
you.
a tweet where we say I just campaign for
Idiakosa,
article or
Idiakosa,
submission.
comrade, please, just to say that Idiakosa is not speaking until every single person has spoken.
Yes, I
And also, the reason he actually jumped queue, because he said he wants to go and sleep. Idiakosa, are you speaking from your dream right now? Because I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to take a cue now. Please note where you are, because I'm about to
na
get
Barry
busy.
they speak now, I
So,
think.
Dr. Barry is going next. After Dr. Barry, Oyekachi. After Oyekachi, I think Obedient Supra. No, it's Vehement. After Oyekachi is Vehement. After Vehement, Obedient Supra. After Obedient Supra, Chidility. After Chidility, Abimbola. After Abimbola, Revolutionary King. If you miss the queue, I'm sorry, I'm sure Comrade will take another one, but that's just based off of what is on ground before I leave. There are a lot of juggernauts in the request as well. So let's keep it short so that everyone will get a chance to speak. No gagging, but no insults as well. All right,
How many
Dr. Barry,
minutes
please go
each?
on. I don't know, it's
Let's
up
do
to
for
you.
4 minutes each, please. Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Okay,
Dr. Barry,
Dr.
four
Barry, go on.
minutes.
Is Dr. Barry there? Is he speaking? I can't hear him.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning to the pro-tem chairman of Obedient People's Party. Go
You're
on,
a,
Dr. Barry.
you're a troublemaker. Leave that matter. You're a troublemaker, my brother. Repent so that.
Can we help Dr. Barry? Or is it me?
I think he's going in and out.
Dr. Barry, your network is not good. Just fix it.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, just go ahead now.
Yeah, go on.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for the space and the opportunity to speak. I'll keep saying this. It's a two-way thing. It's either you hate me or you like me, or either you like me or you hate me. The truth must be said. Obedience. We are too much in a hurry. 12 is not a member of the ADC. Don't let anybody deceive you and gag you. The ADC is a criminal syndicate set up by the Article Affairs to deceive Peter
Okay.
Obi. Let me
Deji,
talk. Let me talk. Let me talk.
hold on. Deji, you said nobody should insult any candidate. Does that still apply, or make you just
That's
free for?
insult. That's an insult,
You say?
actually. That's an
Yeah,
insult.
yeah. So I don't know that.
You're already smearing people's
And
image. Just
smearing the party,
keep
you
it.
get you come out.
Yeah, keep it PG. Keep it PG. You can still say what you want
Yeah.
to say, but keep it
I
PG.
am not smelling any party or anybody. I'm telling you that article ADC is an article affair. ADC was bought over by somebody who paid the money. Was it Peter Obi who paid the money?
Was it?
No.
I'm sorry, your comment. Is it the same doctor that they asked that if he's a true doctor? He said he's not.
Whatever
I
you
have
want
an
to say,
answer for
go
this.
ahead.
Is it the
He's
one?
Whatever
the
you
one.
want to say,
It's the
go
doctor of
ahead. I
one
know
of
you are
No,
not
the.
he
going to
just
allow
said
me
that.
to speak because I will
Just want to
speak
find
the
out.
truth. I will
Is it the
speak
one?
the truth. Anybody who is
Sorry,
here,
oh.
who is
Is it the
promoting
one that gave the date of
who is
putting
promoting the fact
doctor on
that
his
we
name
should
and
bring
what is doctor?
anybody to just bring the
Emma, hold on,
coalition
hold
presidential
on.
candidate
Make him
and
finish.
think
Emma.
it's going to be okay is a liar. Peter Obi cannot be the coalition presidential candidate because the arrangement in the beginning of the coalition setup was for Atiku to become president and force Peter Obi to be vice president. We know this. Try to learn politics. Don't
Hey,
deceive
is this
yourself.
not the
Don't let
same person that
anybody
said that
scatter us.
insulted P2B that is now
Okay,
coming here to defend
Deji.
P2B?
What is even wrong with
Don't
that?
allow
What is even
Wow.
wrong with
anybody
that?
What
deceive
am I going to do
you.
for this
What is
They
even
want
wrong
public?
to
with that?
dismantle
Hey,
the obedient
Some
movement.
people should just be very arrogant.
Guys. Deji, I mean, like, even if I let this guy talk, people no go let him because everybody know what he's doing here. You understand? He they try preserve his own interests.
Comrade. You see, since I was dropped on that space, I've become a changed man. You know, I can now feel what it feels like to drop, to drop somebody. I can relate. I can empathize with what Dr. Barry is feeling right now. It's being shut down. It's being, they don't want him to speak. Dr. Barry.
Oh, yeah, take 2 minutes and round up here because you've spoken for
It
two
was,
Please,
it was
minutes.
it
please.
2 minutes that you took to round off? You did you use 2 minutes?
Okay, I
See,
gave you four
there's
minutes and you
something
will
you
I
speak
guys
don't
for
know
two
don't
minutes.
how you
understand.
Calm down. You will not come here and bully me. I gave you 4 minutes. You've spoken for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes, and I'm giving you 2 minutes back.
Comrade, let him talk.
Well, I will
Oga,
only
stop
end
that.
up.
Stop that, Kolade.
I
Stop
will.
that.
I will only end up. I will only end up by saying that the obedient movement members, as you call yourself, if you are really an obedient person, you are too in a hurry. Just hold on,
Oh,
and watch
coming
this
from the
game.
same person that
Dr. Barry,
The
insulted
Dr.
the
Barry,
same
hold on,
obedience some
please,
mistake.
hold on,
time
please.
ago.
Yeah, please,
Do
The
hold on,
same
men,
please.
you
Hold
are
mistake.
on,
such
please.
a
Hold on,
fucking
please. Hold on,
idiot.
The
please. Let's not.
Coming
the
somebody
same.
from
No, no,
somebody that insulted the
Barry
Um,
has gone away. I can
Iyawo,
hear him.
let's not insult anyone. Let's
Just
not.
let him
Please,
finish.
please.
Just
now,
So,
wait,
Dr.
wait, wait.
I
Barry,
don't
This
say
same
I
anything
man
want
when
to
they.
opened
ask
his mouth
you.
and insulted Obi and obedience one time. Last some month.
I
And
know, I know,
suddenly
I
he's
know, I
here
know.
again
Just wait.
to come and say the
Just wait.
obedience are
Iyawo,
idiots.
Dr.
we
Barry,
know
Then
all
how
this
do
is
you people
actually.
allow opportunists? How do you
Dr.
people
Barry,
allow an
Dr. Barry,
opportunist?
Dr. Barry.
This man is a fucking
Please, please,
opportunist.
please.
How do you people allow him?
No, 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 no. Hold on, please.
We are not
Ah,
fighting here.
Please,
Keep quiet
everyone,
and listen and
everyone.
learn.
Hold on, guys. Everyone is allowed to speak. Let's first of all get that straight. Now, the second thing I will say or ask Dr. Barry is that since you believe that obedience are rushing and in a hurry, what should they do instead? Is it to mobilize even further into the Labour Party? Is that what you're trying to pass on? Like Labour
No,
Party is there
no,
and ready
no.
for
Let me
use.
answer that question, Deji. Let me tell you something. Here you have a leader called Peter Obi. He has told you what he wants and what he's doing. Why are you jumping into the party to go and register?
Doctor
Say you
Barry,
have the obedient
Doctor Barry,
movement
one
that
question
is.
for you.
Listen now, listen.
Let's
Let
come
me
break
on,
it
I
talk
down.
rather
now.
go and
Let's
listen
break
Let
to
me
a
this
talk.
down
Say
madman
you
that
together.
have an
listens to an
obedient movement
opportunist like
that is
Let's
you.
say
controlled by
I
collectively,
Eunice
rather go
everybody
and
should
Atanko.
talk
listen to a
Why
about it.
not
madman
let
and know
Eunice
that is a
Atanko
madman
This is
that listens
control
to
your
Cameroon.
a
Scammer.
activities?
stupid
Why are you
opportunist
jumping
like
the
you.
gun?
A
Did
man that
Eunice
speaks to
Atanko,
both
the
sides of his
coordinator
mouth.
of
A man that
Obedient
lies
Worldwide, did he
against
tell you to go?
people.
Okay, I remember not leave him. So, did you ask him a question?
Comrade, I think Dr. Barry is threatened because don't forget, Dr. Mo is also running on the same
ADC.
ticket or ballot that is contesting on. And he does not want a situation where ADC
The ADC
takes
wave,
away votes
exactly.
from
Oga, I'm
ADC
not
ADC.
wave.
contesting again. Oh, I'm not contesting again. I
Oh,
am
So,
you
not.
so, so,
better
so,
So
so,
contest,
so,
oh.
go
Oh,
away
you
I
from
want to
there.
ask
better
a
I
go
am
and
not
question.
contesting
contest. You
again.
They
better go and
pursued you.
contest.
You beg.
Guys. So, Dr. Barry, just quick question, yeah, because now they say your leader, you are always referencing Obi, yeah, but it was the same Labour Party that have given Obi 48 hours to leave the Labour Party, yeah. So, what are you saying here now?
Labour Party gave Peter Obi 48 hours to resign based on what condition? On the condition of anti-party activities. Can you be in two political parties at the same time? No. Peter Obi came out
Now the same
days
person
ago.
they call
Listen
Obi
now,
leader
just
now. They
listen.
don't say Obi leader anti-party.
Listen. You
This
asked me
guy,
a
come on, come
question.
on here. Let's
You
talk.
asked me a
I want to
question.
listen to
Mhm.
you.
Come
Peter
on,
Obi
because I
now
asked you
said
Guy,
a
he
question.
is
let's
a
hear him
member
out.
Even
of
Let's
though
hear
the
you
him
are
Labour
out.
The
Party
listening to
same
you.
man that
and not a
insulted
member of
You
the
Tinubu
are
and said
ADC and
Obi
that
is the
accepted the
Wetin I
politician.
dey
issue.
listen to
Obi,
you for?
I'm going to give
You
Dr.
say I may
Barry
I listen.
calls.
Listen to you about what? Wetin I want
I'm
listen
going
to
to
you
I'm
for?
going to give Dr. Barry calls
I
because
rather
I
go
don't
listen to
understand
Chris
this.
person than listen to you. Where they better pass
Dr.
you
Barry,
as
please
well.
finish. Mona know the abuse person now. Dr. Barry,
Yes,
Oh,
please
I'm
wait,
let's
so
here.
round up.
He
when
wake
you
up.
I'm
abuse
here.
people, you don't tell them make you
You
not
see,
abuse
you
them.
see a lot of
Now
people
what for
here
you
who
again?
talk from the two sides of their mouths. You see,
Oh
they are
God,
the
you dey talk from two
confusion in
sides
the
of your
obedient
mouth. You
Omo,
movement
are
now you
very
that
talk
have
from
quiet.
made us
See,
you talk
anybody
from
even
wey go
5
talk
lost
go
sides
dey
the
of
say
your
their
election.
way.
mouth.
I
These
You
are
rather
talk
go
people
from
that
listen
don't
5
to
even
a
sides
have
of your
voters
mouth.
madman than
card
listen
who
to
are abroad.
you.
These are
But
people
if
who are
you
not
know
even
you
coming
You
can
out
that
on
go
have
and
election
voters card.
day.
I
How have
if
These
you
are
you?
know
people who
You're
you,
didn't
going
even
from
come
state
out
to
to
even if
state
you
to
are
protest
state.
stuck
that
in
our
grace,
votes
this is
were
what you
she
do
were
with
rigged
this.
in
We
2023.
know you
But here
better
they
not
come
sit
because
down
they
like
have
what
data. They
yourself.
come
We
and talk
know who
rubbish
be this
and talk
Okay, let's
officer.
rubbish
have
and
you
talk
talk
We
rubbish.
talk
everybody
and you
because
are this
nobody is
officer
getting
Obey
in a
Now
your
voice.
where
You
they
are
do
not
leader.
am, now
Your
supposed
talk
leader
to.
have
rubbish.
told
Oh,
you
when
that
did
he is
this
a member of the Labour
congratulations your
Party. Obey your leader.
okay. Hold on. Yeah, so Dr. Barry, you are saying they gave him notice on because he was in anti-party activity. Yeah. So if you say follow your leader, are they not right to also be keep their one foot in ADC? Because if you that's what you accuse of doing. Yeah. And then number two, one of your executives said the mistake they made is to name their youth wing obedient movement. Right. So in that case, the same obedience you are addressing today, your executive have said the obedient nomenclature is a mistake. So maybe you can speak speak to that and round up in 2 minutes. So I'm hoping nobody will interject you based on that. Thank you. Because let's hear you.
Well, I will just say thank you, comrade, for giving me this opportunity. Since they don't want me to talk, no problem. I will just listen and learn and also get more information about how to navigate. I will tell you the reason why the Labour Party changed the name. The name in the first place came up because they wanted to have the obedient take up positions kept for them during the convention. All right? And Obi,
Why
as
did
the
you go
leader,
and use
is it,
obedient name to
can you
want to
just keep
open a
quiet?
party?
Can you just
Why
keep
did you
quiet?
come and carry
Why you
Can
are
you
obedient
just
making
keep
name to
come
go
quiet?
and
now?
open a
Oh
Can you
my
party?
keep
You
goodness.
working
quiet? Keep quiet
opportunist?
and learn.
Why did
Talk,
you
talk, talk,
carry
talk,
an
talk. That's
obedient
how you
name to
did
go and open a
2023. They lost
party?
the election.
You
Keep
bloody
quiet and
opportunist.
learn.
We
Keep
fucking
quiet
know you
and
in
learn.
Abuja. You
Keep
can white wash
quiet
yourself
and
on
learn.
Twitter for people who don't know you. We
Why I beg again? You know, the guy for don't finish by now. Like he started by 11 o'clock. No, 10:59, and this is 11:10. So he has used 11 minutes of our time, and if I don't finish since, you know, Dr. Barra 1 minute. I beg, just that 1 minute is a short time.
It's your leader. Listen to
Person
him.
wey
I'm
go
actually
scam
more
people,
I'm
person wey
actually
go
more
scam people, no
interested.
form obedient
Hold on,
party.
please. Hold on, please. Hold on,
Opportunists they talk
please.
about
I
people
need.
wey go eat
I
vomit.
am. This is a private session. This is a private session between me and Dr. Barry. Dr. Barry, please. What happened? Why are you not running again under Arma for Arma?
I wanted to say you
I am
give
not
back
running.
other
Exactly.
co-hosts. So.
Listen now, listen. I am not running again because I lost the primary election. And I
Oh,
don't need to
who
go
then?
to any other party to go and contest. I
Who
stay in my
won? Who
party.
won the primary election?
One of our party member called Comrade Kingsley Okeke.
Wow. I actually thought you were already a
No, I
candidate.
was not. I
Candidate
was just an
òṣìwò
aspirant.
ta ló máa fún
Okay.
dídìrì
Okay.
candidate.
Sorry.
Wọ́n
Sorry.
ní any other
See,
We are
Deji, I
going
candidate
to
want to
we are
dídìrì
going
ni
advise
wọ́n
you.
fẹ́ fi
people
Deji,
candidate.
now allow this
Deji,
guy
can
Olórí
you
talk
allow me
now.
burúkú
advise
wèrè
Ah,
ni
you?
wọ́n fẹ́ fi candidate.
yeah,
Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ọ́
yes,
tún
yes,
Deji,
please
méjì ni wọ́n fẹ́
Deji,
advise.
fi
can you allow
candidate.
This is
me
Yahweh
advise you?
Ikeja, this para.
Ìyàwó now.
This boy, I
Now.
pray
Deji,
for you.
can you allow me
This
Allow him
boy
make
advise
him
be
you?
Yeah,
me
talk
and you
make
talk
now.
make
say
it
no
just
be
talk
today. I
now.
come for you. Now because of it, I climb
Don't
up.
worry, don't worry. It's not even talking about
Deji, we
Obi
don't,
again. We are just talking separate matter. So
Deji,
Dr.
can I
Barry,
advise you?
yeah,
Yes.
quickly.
Yes, now I used to most of the time that I am not on space in Nigeria, I used to be on space in a lot of spaces like Mario Space, Tariq, all those bigger spaces than what we do in Nigeria, and I learned a lot of things. One big thing I learned: they are not rowdy as we are; they are focused. If you are not called to speak, you don't speak. So the man, even when you are making requests, if he does not want to bring you up, he will not accept your request. So I advise you, for us to have
There's
interjection from
advice to
people
stop
who
bringing
don't even understand
opportunists
what is
up.
going
Stop
on.
bringing scammers.
Why
Stop
not
bringing
just
liars.
don't
Stop
accept
bringing two-faced
anybody?
human being up.
Don't accept
Stop
anybody
bringing
to come up.
opportunists. Stop
The only
bringing
people you
liars.
accept to come up
Stop
are the
bringing
people you
people that
want
do
to
not have
speak, so that you
credibility
will
and
not get this kind of
integrity.
lunatic
Stop
people
bringing
coming up
people
and
that we all
interjecting.
know in
I
Abuja
will
that is a
end up
fucking
by
idiot.
saying
Stop bringing
that
people that
Peter
have no
Obi
caliber and no
will
integrity
not
and
get
no
the
competence.
nomination ticket
People
in
that
the
cannot
coalition
even do
because the
anything. That
coalition
today
is a
they are for
criminal
Obi,
setup by
tomorrow
the
they are for this,
Atiku group.
tomorrow they are
Go
for that.
and check the
People that are
connection
promised
between
to infrastructure.
Aregbesola.
Do
Go
not
and check
bring
the
those kind
relationship
of
between
idiots
David
up
Mark
here. We are
and
credible
Atiku.
people.
They
Stop
are
Deji,
bringing
trying
make
to
you get
use
intelligent
up
Peter
people
now.
that will
Obi
know
as
Make
a
their
you
way.
get
bed
where
Do
oh
to
yeah,
not
oh yeah,
move
stand
guys,
back.
forward. You
guys.
see,
I think that session is over now. Yeah, Deji, your private session is over. Yeah. So let's go to the next speaker. Um, yeah, let's go to the next speaker. Yeah. Deji, I don't know your cue. I don't
I'm
forget,
the
and I
one,
don't make
Nami,
me
Nami.
forget. Okay. Who be that? I can't remember who Deji called. This whole session don't scatter my head. Deji, I beg.
I
Who?
think it's Oyedika. After Oyedika is Kolade.
Okay, Onyedika, go ahead.
It's Onyekachio, it's different.
Okay.
Different. The meaning is
Sorry,
different.
sorry, 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 sorry.
The
My
meaning are
people.
different. Onyedika means who is like God. Onyekachi means who is greater than God. So they are different meaning. So
At
the
least both names they ask questions.
yes, but they are different. So you see, Deji has actually I greet everybody. Good morning. All protocols are observed. Deji have actually said the same thing, what I wanted to say. Because when a candidate is competing in a different party, he would definitely want to bring the other one down. I was watching a YouTube video where Barrister Julius Apure used nearly 15 minutes to insult Peter Obi and call him all manner of names, say they are going to deal with Obi, they are going to shock him, they are going to do this thing. And immediately after doing that, he handed over a flag to Dr. Barry. I wonder, this is the same person that is saying that, but that's fine. Let me also that I will not progress. That is, I wonder how he suddenly, and I wasn't surprised when he said that ADC is a criminal organization because they are too competing. And I understand it too. That is how politics is. If I'm in his shoe contesting against a party, I will try to bring that party down. That is how politics work. My brothers and sisters, politics and opposition is a diverse thing. In Nigeria, we have in the presidential election, we have up to 18 political parties. I'm not sure, but around 18. So apart from APC, that is the ruling party, you can choose any of those opposition parties and support. You can choose PDP, you can choose Labour Party, you can choose ADC, you can choose AA, you can choose Accord, there is APM, there is AAC, there is APGA, there is ZLP, there is NRM, a lot of them. Before we used to have COA party. So you can choose any of those parties and contest and support. You go and vote for them in the election. There is even YPP. In fact, YPP was representing my senatorial zone. YPP was representing my senatorial zone. My senator was even YPP. So, in fact, after by-election, YPP still won my House of Reps because it was ABGA before YPP now won. So there are options you can explore and vote during the presidential election. It mustn't be ADC. Because I had comrades say at some point you have to call some people's bluff. Of course, you have to call their bluff now. Are you going to force? So this is democracy. Anybody that is up to 18 years will definitely have to make some choice. And the only way you can make that person to vote for your candidate of choice is to convince the person. If you are not able to convince that person, there's nothing you can do about it. Any other thing that you are trying to do to coerce the person to vote will amount to criminality. So the ADC is not about any individual. It's not about any individual. It's not about Atiku. It's not about Obi. It's not about Erufai. It's not about Aregbesola. It's not about Bolaji Abdullahi. It's not about David Mark. It's a conglomerate. Now, there is a mistake that a lot of people are making. This ADC, in as much as it is the coming together of different oppositions, it's not just Atiku and Obi faction that are coming together. One of the biggest voting bloc in Nigeria has left the APC and joined this coalition. That is what a lot of people are missing out. And that is the reason why we keep making mistakes. We keep indulging a lot of people. The CPC faction of APC has left. At least up to about 80 to 90% of the CPC faction are no longer in APC. They have left APC. In fact, they are one of the most vociferous attackers of APC. So don't make that mistake and think maybe it's only just Atiku and Obi group that are coming together in ADC. The CPC bloc that is capable of giving you not less than 5 to 6 million votes. In fact, in a situation where there is no voters apathy in the north, like in 2023 election, where they saw that Buhari was not running, and the candidate is a little bit uninspiring. The candidate of the party they belong to is a little bit uninspiring. There was vote. If they come out in their numbers, they can give you 7 million votes. And we are forgetting that particular faction. So for those people that are coming to come and threaten ADC, it's not about the ADC can call the bluff of any candidate too. I don't think you cannot call the bluff. You can call the bluff of contest. We will tell him, my Malam, au revoir. If David Mark do the same, people do this, go now. Likewise, any other person. So nobody is going to threaten us. So, not all Atiku supporters will join the coalition. Not all El-Rufai supporters will join. In fact, El-Rufai's son is not even in ADC yet. Not all Amechi supporters will join the. Not all P2B supporters will join the coalition. Out of the 6 million votes that Obi got, even if it is only 3 million that joins the coalition, is enough. Because it's very clear now that the obedient house is even divided along Obi or nothing or any candidate. You get? Are you comrade? Is it time?
Yeah, not time. Yeah, for
Oh,
4 minutes.
okay. Let me just conclude. Let me just use 1 minute and conclude. So it's very clear. So even if it is 3 million, out of the 6.9 that Atiku get, even if it is 3.5 that join, it's enough. Out of the CPC block, even if it is 3 million that join, it's enough. By the end of the day, you gather vote here and there, you get 10 million, 12 million, and defeat Tinubu, and that is it. Now, the Kwankwasuya movements are also in this coalition. So even out of that 1.5 million that Kwankwaso got, even if it is 800,000 that join, it's enough. So don't disturb yourself trying to think maybe you are threatening us. Oh, if we don't give so candidate the ticket, that is au revoir. No. You can't threaten us. You can't threaten the coalition. And it has reached a point where we can no longer indulge you. If you talk anything against the coalition, I will attack you as if you are an opposition. I will attack you. If you like, I will attack you as if you are in opposition. So if you think maybe, oh, because you feel maybe you are in the same camp, you can talk anyhow and insult the opposition leaders, people. If you talk anything that will bring the coalition, I will attack you as an opposition. We don't need all of you. Well, we want everybody to come together, but it's not everybody. According to Kenneth Okonkwo, when energy want to move from one point to another, some of them will be converted to heat. And like my brother Hatitude have said, those one that will usually be conducted is as a result of resistance. During my leadership course, when you want to bring about change or transformation, there will be internal resistance. It's not everybody that will agree to your change. There will be people that will not accept the change immediately. You try to convince them. At some point, you have to use the carrot and stick it to it. If they don't want, you make them to leave the organization. Because there must be a change, there must be transformation. Change is constant. So, and if Obi gets the ticket, Atiku supporters will accept it. If you don't want to accept it, you leave the coalition. If Atiku or anybody get the ticket and you think that you are obedient, you don't want to accept it.
I hope I'm audible enough. Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. So, coalition update. I was expecting to see a lot of news in the jungle, going around the corner again and going around in circles. The coalition, which is necessary to some, is to keep growing and will keep getting better. And
You bear, or maybe you bear the name obedience. If you go to people's tweets, you can easily tell who this person is or who this person is not. So that's by the side. So now let's go straight to the topic. Look, ADC as of today is our party. It belongs to all of us. Mm? The coalition as of today is our coalition. Our leaders are in it and they are talking as we speak. Candidates. I'll be the one to tell you what you can say or what you cannot say. In politics, it is a free to the left to express themselves. want to pull out, they don't need to tell you. One thing is certain. One thing is certain, and everybody said it loud and everybody, the whole world heard it. Peter Obi will be on the ballot come 2027, irrespective of what this coalition do. So what do you want to say to that? Atiku has never come out to say something like that. If it's sure for anybody, let him to come out and come and tell us that. Then we know everybody's in the race. What shocked everybody is the fact that they cannot sit down to negotiate things. Like, that, okay, can you drop this, then we do this? Or can you drop this and you do this? Or can we? Is that not negotiation? And my own graph to tomorrow, my own, what baffles me till tomorrow is the fact that, is it that these people do not want to negotiate things out? They just want to just go to the primaries. And that's another argument I keep laughing at. That argument, as good as it sounds, as democratic as it is, but it is flawed in Nigeria because of the past experience. You won't blame people for that. It's just like you saying we should go into 2027, believing INEC will do the right thing again. We won't do that because we learned our lesson. So even now, we know how politicians run in code their primary, and we know in code those my brothers and sisters in the PDP camp and the APC camp, we know how they run their primaries. So now, with that experience, you now want us to go blindly and just go and run primaries because it is open primaries. No, open or closed or whatever. They will do what they start doing. So it's not because one person is scared, or we're not scared about primaries, but all we are saying is, can you even trust? Can the leaders even put that trust in the people to say that, you know what, on this one, oh, we will do the right thing? They should begin to speak and talk to the people. Like, on this one, we don't care if you are Atiku, if you are Obi, but this one, we are going to run this primary. This is how we are going to run it. If you are not this, they should begin to lay things down. That's why we take people serious. But things are not being laid down. Things are running like it's an extension of PDP, and you want anybody to take that serious. Let me shock people today. Nobody has seen the end of this. Another party might be the last bus stop for this, where ADC will then come as a party. Other people will now bring other parties to come and join. Let's keep watching. It's an action movie. We will not see the end. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Colade.
Stop
so
camouflaging, Mr.
No, no,
yeah,
Colade.
guys, I beg, hold on. Let me engage Colade, please, everyone. Yeah, so Colade, okay, obedient. First of all, Colade, you say obedient. I mean, that's something I've been like say they deny this obedient supper, his obedientship. Just because he's not saying obi or nothing. Yeah, and that's why he wanted to respond to you. Yeah, so Colade, I don't think that's the case, but yeah, you don't trust the ADC process even before the process commence. Yeah.
There's no process here. There's no process here. They should tell us the process. That's what I'm saying. They've not
Okay.
laid down any
Okay.
process. It is you that have been like pushing process to them.
Okay.
They should
Okay. Okay. No.
adopt
No.
it
No. No. No.
and
No.
lay it down.
Hold on.
So
Hold
they
on.
will
Hold
now
on. Hold
know if
on.
it's possible or not.
There is no process, but you are so sure the process will be rigged, even though there is no process. You
Because
will
of
not say
past
process.
antecedents. Because
Colade,
of
if you
past
don't trust
ADC
the
have
antecedents.
never
process, go and
conducted a
join the
primary
party.
you've
Go
participated
and
in.
join the party where the process you trust.
I am a member of the party. I'm a member.
No,
I'm a
but
true
don't stop stop
He's a
vote
man.
dragging
He's a
member
the
of the
member.
party.
Kolade is a member. So Kolade, we don't trust INEC and general election, but regardless, you are going to participate, right? Because yeah,
With one eyes open, one eyes closed, and we go
okay,
into
but you
it
will
like we are going to
participate. Yeah,
fight.
you will participate. Okay,
Definitely,
with one eye
definitely.
open, one eye closed. Why are you not participating in the primary with that same one eye open, one eye
Nobody have
closed?
said they are not participating, Oga. I think you are not
Okay,
twisting this. What we just keep saying is give Obi or nothing is mere slogan. So why are people killing themselves over his slogan? That's what
okay,
I don't understand.
Mr. Colade, David Mack has put out a statement, and he has said the ADC has no preferred presidential aspirant for 2027. All members are equal stakeholders, equal joiners, and equal owners. Right? So if you want a platform to platform your guy and make him the only person there,
okay.
you need
Social.
to find your platform.
No, social. Hold on,
No, wait,
We are
No,
not here to.
hold on,
Hold
because
on.
Oga,
In
he's
fact,
going
we
somewhere.
need
no,
to call out
He's going
people that are
somewhere.
no,
camouflage. We've gone past that stage now, comrade.
no.
We need to
Yeah.
start
Social.
calling people out, right?
Yeah,
Because there's
yeah.
a lot
Social.
of people
Because
that
to
are
be honest, I'll be
camouflaging.
fair to call that. There's some movement. You understand? No.
sometimes
me flip flop on the space or to comment or to use social.
So I say,
Me,
So, 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 so,
Kolade,
so, so,
that means you don't know me.
guys, we are here to form a cohesion. So,
Corner.
out, yeah? You
guys, so,
like
hold on. That's the thing. We don't want these attacks. We don't even want to make it continue. You understand? Like, to be honest, me, I know even the
That's an attack. It's a call out.
yeah.
There's nobody's calling out anybody, okay? You are the one to be called out. Go and tell your candidate to come out clean. Tell Baba Atiku to come out clean with his full chest. Let us know where we are going. Let us begin to campaign. Let us begin to play politics. Tell him to come out.
What I'm saying, yeah? Man's a snake.
And
Guy,
comrade, this is
you
not an
people
attack. It's telling them that if you are not comfortable with the process of the party, there are other opposition parties you can join and go and produce your own preferred candidate and vote for him. Simple.
Exactly. Stop
Oh, guy, you are
poisoning our
mixing things.
coalition.
There's no process here.
Stop
Tell them to
poisoning
bring out the
our
process. That's what we
coalition.
are saying.
Yeah, people
Can
like
anybody
this
post
are
on the
the ones
jungle to
that
what the
are the
process is?
roadblock.
Can
People like
anybody
this
post
are
on the
the
jungle to
So
what the
roadblock
process
in
is?
this coalition.
The
Yeah, and
process.
I will call man out.
The process, we're gonna know the process in due course, right? But you know
Hey,
what
so
me and they talk.
when we know it, we'll take
Discrediting
it
the
off from
process
there.
before the process is even
Colada,
released.
you they ask of process where they never even the NWC is not even
Ima,
complete
na
yet. You they
politics we
ask
they
of
play. We
process.
all know that.
You they ask for no, wait,
Ima, na politics we they all play. So let's keep playing the politics. Leave.
wait. Colade,
No,
one mic at
wait,
a time,
because you
one
see,
mic at
I
a time,
expect
please.
better from you. With all due respect, sir, I expect better from you, sir, because you should be helping this process. You should be helping educating people on the
Listen,
process. You are
he's a
expecting process
great
of
family.
presidential primary that is still how many months from now? They don't even have substantive
Like
national.
he
Some
knows
of the
what he's
national
doing.
officers
He's
are not
trying
even
to
yet.
make sure there's no
Like
cohesion.
only 3
guys,
out of about
let's
16 or
calm
so.
down, please. Yeah.
So what is no? I'm not quarreling with him. I'm just saying that what he's doing is not being
But
fair.
what have I done now? Wait, can somebody
They have
tell me
not
what I've
even done
done?
their first inaugural
Ima,
meeting.
tell me what I've done.
No, because what you are saying here, you're accusing Atiku. Atiku is this. They should tell
There's
you
no
the
difference
process.
between what you're
Meanwhile,
saying and
the
what
same
Dr.
Atiku you're
Barry
accusing
said.
is,
They are saying
in fact,
exactly the
he
same
doesn't even
thing.
understand the process the same way Obisu doesn't understand, because they've never had any inaugural meeting after the day they did that
A
inauguration,
party
which
that
was,
is
I
less than
think,
1 month old,
on Wednesday.
less than 1 month old, looking for
It's
process.
only a
Exactly.
week. It's only
As
a
in, I
week
don't
today
understand why
that
you
they
guys
announced it.
always
Only
like
a
to
week.
find issues where there's none.
So, but
People have thrown Atiku under the bus several times. You will see Atiku supporters come here and still feel okay. Let's still try and work out this. But every time you keep doing this thing, and it's not nice. You go from space to space, instigating people like as if it's Atiku that is telling people why are Obi supporters not taking over the structures in the southern states? If you feel that Atiku is taking structure of the states in the north, why are they not taking structures in the southern states? Why are you guys always doing this? It doesn't make any sense. I swear to God.
We're
It's a
taking over the
It
strategy,
doesn't.
structures
Ema.
in
It's a
spaces. Social
strategy.
media
Sometimes
structure is what we have.
I feel
Social media structure.
maybe
People
you
are the
people are
structure
not
on
even
X.
interested in. It's like sometimes people are not even interested.
Now
They're not
social media
interested in the
social media
OP.
using
Maybe it's
election.
just some people just feel like, oh, it's clout. Because I don't understand. Process never starts. You dey talk say article them.
so can I respond
I
now?
don't get it.
Okay, make Olade respond. Make
No,
Olade respond. Yeah.
I'm going to end here. I'm going to end here. I have seen article discussing with stakeholders from Adamawa State. With all honesty and with all sincerity, Obi says he's still in Labour Party. Let's assume maybe because of the time being, but I expect that Obi by now should be in Anambra, galvanizing people. Should even take the charge of Southeast and even South. You should even be talking to people, going to the states, meeting with stakeholders.
It
Why are
must
you
stop
guys not
it. Is
telling
Obi
Obi to
or
do this? These
nothing.
are
Is Obi or nothing.
like
That's the
So
slogan.
can I
Oh
Stop
yeah,
respond?
it.
guys. Emma,
Is
hold
Obi
on,
or
I'm just
nothing.
being
That
hold
is the
see.
slogan we are going to
guys,
use.
Please,
We're
okay,
using the,
guys,
the slogan to take over states.
make Olade respond in 2 minutes. Yes, still can move
Okay,
on.
so let me respond now so that we are all clear. Okay. Look, Ima, if you want to come to the table, let's come with equity. Let everybody play fair. Okay. For me, it's very simple. Obi came out to say that I'm still in Labour Party, and we all know why he said that, because he can't do anti-party. Okay, so there's no way we will begin to say go and mobilize or to go and take over this structure or take over that structure. What Obi said, he said when he's coming, he would be coming with Labour Party. So the man might intend to come with a political structure. It's a may. I'm not, but he said it that he will be coming with people from Labour Party. That's another way to join rather than joining individually. So, but for me, this is what we need to understand. If people are throwing out flyer, if this coalition is about a contest between Atiku and Obi, let us know. That's all I'm saying. If we know, the earlier we know, the better for everyone. And if it's a contest to everyone, fine, let us know. For someone like me, what I've been championing is these people should sit down. If they sit down at the end of the day, they agree to say, you know what, Atiku is the one going. Obi will be the one to carve nerves down himself. Simple. It is not us that will be
I
doing,
beg,
one will be joining and take
Colade,
BP, the other will be saying,
these
do
things
this
you are
one.
saying,
Like, if you really
Colade, these
want to
things you are saying,
contribute,
let's
you
be
will
factual.
join
See,
hands in building this
you know,
coalition and building
I
the
believe you know
party.
politics,
Yeah, you
at
will not
least
be
to a large
bringing all
extent. I
this
believe you know politics
unnecessary
to a large
ruckus what
extent.
you're bringing in.
A process that have not even started, that is still starting, a process that is just starting. You are demanding all these things. Like, they have not even, these people just, it's not even up to a week.
It's like they just put
Now,
a
I have asked you
foundation
here,
and then
I have
you're
not
asking
seen
for an elevator.
anywhere where I have seen
Make
Obi.
it make sense.
And sometimes, even as followers, we should also tell our leaders some of the things that we expect them to do.
Thank you.
2027 election is not going to be, it's not going to be a child's play. Tinubu is not playing. I know how many people that have been asking me how far, what is the update for Anambra? What's the update for Anambra? I expect that Obi, as someone that is a leader in the southeast, by now,
In my small way, I
by
have started
now,
mobilizing
should have
people.
probably, let
In
me
my small
finish.
way, I
Let me
started
just give me
mobilizing
a minute.
people.
Just give
Oh,
me a
I
minute.
beg, I beg, I
Uh-huh.
beg, I beg. Colade, did you finish that 2 minutes?
I haven't finished my 2 minutes, but
No, no, Emma,
let them
let him
talk.
speak. Let him speak,
Let
Emma,
them talk.
please.
Okay,
Imagine
no
this.
problem. Let you finish.
Okay.
Finish your two
So let
minutes.
me
So
just
let's
round up by saying this. Nobody is anybody's enemy. Okay. But if party A plays politics, party B will play politics. That's what we need to understand. If we want to come to the table to talk, let us come to the table to talk. But saying that party A will play politics, they will now tell party B how to play their own politics will not work. I yield the mic. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Social. Thank you, Comrade.
Oh, okay. So can I
Emma,
say
take
what I
two
want
minutes.
to
Emma,
say?
take 2 minutes.
Kolade, I expect that number one, what you are saying, some of these things, they've been talking for 18 months. So, and P2B said that he has been attending all their meetings, except he's not in the country. So, number one, if there's any issue, Obi even said, I'm involved. So there's no issue for worry. I'm involved. If there's any issue, maybe Obi would, he has the channels that he will come out to say, oh, there's issues. For now, Obi has not done that. So what you are doing now is just raising false alarm. Secondly, this coalition, this party is barely a week. They don't even have,
Can you hear what I'm
their
saying? I
officers are
don't think
not
the
even
party is
completed.
barely a
They are not
week.
even,
That is the problem. The coalition is made from the party. I
can
don't
you
think the
just
party is
allow me
barely a
now?
week.
Oh,
When
semantics.
I
He
finish,
actually
you
meant
counter.
the coalition, not
Now
party.
mistake,
Just
now
semantics,
mistake.
right?
Of
He
course,
meant
now I
the
don't
Semantics.
understand.
coalition, not the
Like, I
party.
mean, I don't even understand. Now, everything I would explain to person like ABC. When I say barely a week, you should understand. They just inaugurated this David Mann's committee. This thing just it's not even up to a week. It was last week Friday, last week
Yeah,
Wednesday.
today
Now,
makes it a week.
you see, Kolade, let's not cause unnecessary issues where there is none. Let's not raise unnecessary division where there should not be any. Obi is not a small pikin. At least he has been in this game since 1999. So let us give him more respect. Say at least this person we don't do this game since 1999. He knows what he's doing. Secondly, see, let's not just. I'm being very frank. I don't want to be throwing anybody under the bus because what you people are doing is not fair, and we should not be throwing any of the leaders under the bus. We shouldn't be doing it. If you need any clarification, you have Tanko, Unisa Tanko there, who is the obedient movement leader, at least coordinator. And he worked closely with Obi. Have you go and meet him and ask him that, Oga, look at what we are seeing, oh. And then he came out and tell you, oh, there's no
Emma,
direction, there's no
no,
this,
thank you.
before you come here and say this. I use the mic. Don't worry,
Yeah,
Abeg.
thank you. Yeah, Revolution, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. This I'm not going to take much time. My own opinion because I don't even have strength for all these everyday arguments or whatever. But firstly, I'm an obedient. I campaigned for Obi during the 2023 election, and I also voted for him. But this 2027 election, I am not going to do it will be or not. I am not limiting my option to removing Tinubu to only Obi. So I'm not going to tell others in this coalition camp that it is Obi or nothing, because if eventually Obi doesn't get the ticket, or even if Obi gets the ticket, I will still need the support of others, either they articulate and others for Obi to win the election. So why would I tell them it is Obi or nothing? And if they too insist that it is their own candidate or nothing, who is now going to, how is the coalition going to win the election then? So please, I urge reasonable obedience. All this will be or nothing. 2027 is another different game on it. Is on another level entirely. Currently, I shared a video which was posted by Sahara Reporters yesterday, where Labour Party members were attacked by Oniba of Iba, that's Jaffa, one of the political thugs who was made a king in Iba. That's probably in Ojo, Lagos, within that Ojo area. And I'm asking, where are the Labour Party members here shouting online? They were attacked and prevented from campaigning for a local government election. That's in Lagos. We're in 2025. This is currently happening, and nothing is being done to prevent such. And we are waiting till 2027, shouting it will be or nothing. We both need each other in this coalition. Both Atiku, both Amici, both whoever. The person we are going to remove in 2027 is not just sitting down and watching. He's also having his own strategy on how to counter us. So why would I limit my option to removing Tinubu to only one man to Obi? Can Obi do it alone? It's not possible. Obi cannot do it alone now. So an Atiku cannot also win alone. So, but with collaborative effort, coming together, we can easily defeat this Tinubu that everybody is thinking is undefeatable. So I urge everybody, please, all this fight, I beg, we will stop. I mean, I don't even tire. I don't listen since last week. I just need to speak up now because this is getting tiring. Be or nothing, Tinubu should continue. We want Tinubu with all the destruction that he has caused to continue. Who are you harming? Are you harming me alone or what? Who are you trying to harm? You're also harming yourself when you go to the same market. So our number one priority at this moment is to remove Tinubu, irrespective of whoever the candidate is. Whoever the candidate is, let's support the person. Let's come together and support the person and remove this man. So please, people saying Southern or whatever, I beg, may not die that agenda at this moment. Because none of us is going to our various markets with Southern money or Southern agenda to buy things cheaper at the market. And moreover, say what has the Southerners gotten from Southern presidency or the Northern gotten from Northern presidency? So please, primary aim at this moment is removing Tinubu. Any other thing aside from that, all this confusion, my candidate or nothing, my candidate or nothing. If your candidate is given the opportunity, can he do it alone? Can he win election alone? They did it in 2023 and we all saw the outcome. Some of us that voted, at least people voted in Lagos, they saw the outcome of the election in Lagos. How Labour Party voters she did in Rivers, what they did in South, where Obi doesn't have much supporters to defend his vote. So please, let's be reasonable whenever we are speaking. Nobody can do it alone. Let's support each other on this coalition. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you. Um, okay. I don't know who should go then. Tukwana, go ahead. I can't even see all the people on the speaker section.
Hello,
Yeah. Who is that?
it's Chijili Tinubu, comrade.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead then.
A presentation of a candidate on consensus or a primary. I just want to know.
I'm for a direct primary.
Is that a primary?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, let me just, Deji, honestly speaking, I was so upset when I came in, when a guy was speaking here. I don't know, I've forgotten his name. He was saying, Comrade is his leader. You should know the person. He verbally, openly called people who are saying Obi for nothing suicide bombers. I mean, and call them terrorists. And this is uncalled for. I mean, for God's sake.
I mean,
I
hold on. Let me clarify that. He called the Obi or nothing an article or nothing, suicide bombers. Yeah, it was an analogy.
which analogy is this, comrade? Even if it's calling Obi or Atiku,
Do you know what? I mean, first of all, let me say that he's an obedient. Yeah, he's an obedient. That's number one. Then number two, even Grandmaster, a diehard advocate of Obi or not, he used that same analogy yesterday.
but this is we should not encourage this kind of
I mean,
words.
like, yeah, Grandmaster is using it as, I mean, he was making the point that these guys don't care. So it's either you give it to them or, I mean, they bust everything. And he used the analogy of a suicide bomber. And yeah,
Him. But some of his supporters, the way they behave, the way they talk as if Atiku must be is a birthright. We might compromise to support him, some of us. You understand? But pending, if they go on negotiation with Obi or the people involved, and these people come out with happiness and openness and say, let's go in one united force, whoever will present will go. We'll go for it. As long as Obi is happy, Atiku is happy, Erifai is happy, everybody is happy. Are you getting the point? But when we come here, we keep, oh, this one attack, this one attack, this one attack. Considering morally, people shouting Southampton is right. Morally, it's not constitutional. How do we convince people? When we say, okay, I ask, okay, if Atiku goes for 4 years, what will be the agreement? That is, the agreement is going to come to the South after 4 years. Now, the question is, the same reason you cannot vote for a certain candidate now in 2027, will you be able to vote for a certain candidate after 4 years of Atiku when another coalition or APC will now bring a northern candidate, probably Kokwaso? This same sentiment will come in. If I would want to take power from APC desperately, if I'm over desperate, even me personally. But please, I keep asking this, the people in Atiku camp, you say you have movement. I've never seen your leader like Dr. Tanko and Maurice, the teams. I've never seen anybody. This is where if you have a team, you have a movement as you claim, get your leader to go and meet Aerofy movement, Article movement, Obi movement, Amechi movement. You have a meeting, negotiate, talk with each other, come out with consensus. Forget Twitter attack. People will tweet anything they like. I can wake up and tweet something just to get a view. Twitter is paying people. But I'm not saying this. I know obedience have leadership they have been working for since after 2023 election. But on Article side, what are you guys doing? I've not been seeing your event. I've not been seeing anything you do. I've not seen anything. We want to see you guys holding meeting with Dr. Tanko, a Rufai group. You come together, talk. Let's see what you guys have. I don't know you guys. I've not met Dr. Tanko, but we want to see you guys having a meeting, positive meetings. While we await 2026 towards the end or end of this year when the primaries will take place. But when you come, you attack people who are working on a grassroots. These people will tell you, we are sacrificing for Obi, but they haven't seen anything you're doing. And that's the truth. And you come, you attack them, you call them suicide bombers. My brother, honestly, I know how much I invested personally on my own side. I'm not regretting
Oh,
it.
guys, wait, hold on. You see that thing that they talk now? Now obedience. They use that analogy, not article people. I made that clear. Yeah. So let us keep that talking point here now.
I
Yeah.
don't know
So
who
if you want to reference that
I
statement,
heard
attribute it to obedience.
it can make and provoke people, and that's the truth. So please,
You
for
say what?
articulators, what I can say is that me, I have nothing against article. I'm sure a lot of obedience, a lot of people in the southeast and south have no issue with article. We love him. Honestly, I like him as a person. But please, based on we have sentiment of southern tone, we need to, actually come together, talk, but not on Twitter. The articulators, if he has movement, has leadership, if they don't have, they should form it, elect them, appoint them. Let's meet physically, have meetings with Dr. Tankos. Let's see what we're going to discuss. But when we come, you only supporting article, you throw tantrum on Twitter, obese fans will come with throw tantrum. It doesn't have. Even obedient that are throwing tantrum, at the end of the day, they have leadership in place who can make announcements, right? Who is making an announcement for article? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
You stop
Well,
gaslighting
let me
your.
just mute everybody. There's a feedback coming. I don't know where it's coming from. Okay, go ahead.
Let me say this in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Do you know that Tinubu, a southerner, actually won the North? He got 65% of his vote from the North in 2023 election. And it's not a must that 2027 that coalition must bring a northern candidate. The coalition can produce a southern candidate as well. But in an event where a northern candidate emerges, any other time, the North can vote for a southern candidate. Who said they cannot vote for a southern? They voted for Obasanjo. They voted for Tinubu now, who is a southern candidate. 64% of Tinubu's vote came from the North. That is just, let us just have this coalition, have a gentleman's understanding, and then go in and have all this. It is because we keep talking about this South and North. That is the reason why we have this issue.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. So okay, I'm not seeing the hands up. Okay. Okay, Douglas, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon or good morning,
I
brothers
beg
and
just
sisters.
your background is noisy. Just go to a quiet background if you want to speak.
Okay. Uh, my people, we here in Cross River State, yeah, some of us we have started having headaches. What is happening in our country today, all of us are passing through health. We are suffering. So this coalition should help all of us to be in one team, please. We should forget about north, south, this. I want to point it clear. If we see anybody who is having that confidence to withstand this government, like we are seeing Obi, let's beg Atiku and the rest. They should step down and give Obi to run the race. That is only my own contribution.
Okay, thank you, Douglas. Can you mute now? Yeah, thank you. Who next?
I think two things have happened, to all the supporters, of these different leaders, like I like to call them. The fact is, many people came into 2025 with this whole idea that, oh, I'm going to support my own leader, and somehow reason prevailed and the coalition became a necessity. Now, a lot of people don't understand the idea of a necessity. A necessity is happening not because it's something you would have preferred. It's something you have to choose now. We all realize that, okay, if there's going to be a formidable challenge in 2027, there has to be a coming together of this. Sometimes, and it's terrible that it's not even strange. The way we are making it look so strange, it looks like these people are poles apart. They're not poles apart. In 2019, this was, the obedience, the articulate was a single ticket. And then now they are coming together. So for those who are making it sound as if these are people who are coming poles apart, it's wrong. Number one. This is one house that's coming back together. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of differences. There are going to be a lot of agitations. But I tell you that there's a lot of respect among these leaders themselves. There's a lot of respect. That's why when you see even the utterances, if you notice how they are communicating at the top, it's totally different from what's happening under, which I understand, that a lot of people are feeling, oh, you don't chop our head off. Don't chop our head off because it's like we don't even know where it's going to go. And that's the power of coalition. Somebody made a reference to what happens in other parties. Before you go into primaries and then for a coalition like this as forming a party, coming into a new party, not forming a party, coming into a new party and being able to come up with something, if a united front, there's going to be challenges, and sometimes we can have differences. It's okay, and it's okay to plug out and to talk about our differences. People challenge people even in the same party. It's okay, but the thing is, there has to be at least one agreement, and that's the agreement for a coalition. The agreement for a coalition says we are in this together. We are in this together. We're going to fight ourselves. It's like how do you go? You are in a team and you're fighting for first 11. I use a lot of football here, and then it's your teammate, but you're looking for that position together with him. It doesn't mean that you don't want your team to succeed. You want your team to succeed. So when we say, because I've listened to some people who say, oh, if it's not my person, then the team should fail, or I'm going to support the other people. No, it's wrong. We have to understand that it's one team right now, and now we're looking for our first 11, or like really not our first one. And how are we going to get it? It's going to be a lot of performance. One of the errors that people are making, and which is what I see people don't understand, is that when you form a coalition like this, one of the things you have to do is also ensure that you don't play your game carelessly, because if you play your game carelessly and you rush into this coalition and already have a candidate in the first few days, the government in power right now will play you easily. It will play easily because you've already given them what to fight. They are looking for what to fight. They don't know. They don't even know what strategy to play now. See, this is an advantage to the coalition. It's not a disadvantage when we don't even know who is going to be. It looks like we don't know who is going to be the flag bearer for the new party. But it's an advantage because the opposite, the government in power now is wondering who could be. Whether you like it or not, there's an engineering process that's going on right now to even make this confusion look bigger than what it is. Because they want you to come up with who is your opposition so that they can decide to fight the opposition and see how they can break you. So you don't need to even begin to say, oh, this is the person, this is the person, this is the person. No, the idea is you keep fighting for who you want to be, but you make the government in power know that you are united. You are united, that at the end of this process, rightly said, those not something as powerful as they sound, they're not true. The key thing in an election, especially in Nigeria, you will notice from 2023, is that elections are won everywhere. How do you win elections everywhere? You win elections everywhere by ensuring that you get at least good percentages in almost every zone that you can get something. So don't say, oh, we are going to go for South because we are going to get more. No, you need votes from everywhere. And so what the coalition is doing at this point is to ensure that those areas where the individual candidates initially were not able to get votes, because of the support of this coalition, they will be able to get as much votes as is possible. So what I'm advocating for all of us is to allow this process to flow. Yes, support. It doesn't mean don't support your candidate. It means support your candidate, but push it from the perspective of building something new, building something formidable. I love Peter Obi. Oh, I love Atiku. Oh, I love any other person. The key thing is to say I love him, and we want to be able to now show up all of these numbers together so that we can also remember one of the things we are failing to understand as a coalition is that we are also trying to get our people to agree to going to include the demands of, because let's get this clear. What do we really want? Is it just the candidate, or we want the process that the candidate is going to bring into the system of Nigeria? Those are things we need to ask. What are the things we want? And who can be able to carry this out? And I tell you, in the next couple of months, these things will pan out easily. But we need to educate our people of about this process. If we can educate them through platforms like this, make them understand that this is normal. There's nothing abnormal about not knowing who your candidate is going to be. It's normal. There was a time in the American election, especially the Republicans, because I'm talking about winners, I believe the ADC is going to be the winner at the end of the day. The winners, when they are coming to election, there's going to be a lot of challenges. There was this governor who was already topping. People were feeling, oh, he was going to even be better on the ticket than Trump. But at the end of the day, what happened? He didn't get it. There were people who opposed him completely. At the end of the day, they came back to support him. So the key thing is for us to understand that this process is going to be tough, it's going to be rigorous, but it's going to be worth it if we all combine our energy to make it work. And then the last thing I will say is please, please, instead of wasting our time to be talking about it's our person or nothing, let's talk about what our person is bringing into this at this crucial time. What is your own leader who you're fronting for? What are they going to, what is he or what are they going to bring into this coalition that will be able to make others support him easily? That is it. So why will an articulate want to support an Obi presidency? Why will an Obi want to support an Atiku? That is what we need to begin to figure out. If we can figure out that, I tell you, this will be the best thing that's happened in Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Yeah, thank you. So, I don't know who haven't spoken here. Wait, go ahead. Wait, are you there? Okay. Revolution, go ahead.
Comrade, can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. On Steven's space yesterday, I said the same thing, that ultimately the deciding factor in this whole thing is going to be the leverage that either of the candidate holds. For North, I think I'm particularly concentrating in the North right now. All right, and I want people to stop speaking in absolutes, and it's because what that does to your mind, it yet there are no certainties yet. Because the way this coalition is going, in fact, I'm super happy because for the very first time, I can really have that. We can really see genuine intention. You can see that collective disdain for the status quo, and the numbers is one thing, because ultimately you're not gonna convince people just based on the numbers. In the last 100 years, the 3.5% rule still holds. It means that in every movement, I'm giving you historical data now. You can compare it with what happened with the civil rights movement in the United States. In the last 100 years, those who are able to convince at least 1 in 30 people, I repeat, 1 in 30 people, they were able to topple governments, rewrite rules, and change societies forever. That's why I said the obedience. You already hold a leverage. You now need to apply the mathematical equation to every of your strategy. Because the only way we can win is to be persistent, is to be strategic, and is to be disciplined. Nobody is going to insult Atiku to picking up that ticket. Nobody is going to gaslight Obi to pick that ticket. Whoever that is going to fly that flag will only emerge by strategic balance of interest and balance of power. And if you think that your permutation, your calculus, power should be zoned to the south, fine, it's good, right? But another side will argue the North were supposed to complete 8 years. but unforeseen circumstances, the case of death, okay, call it force majeure, happened in that understanding, in that arrangement. And their own guy was not able to complete that, that stretch. Then a Southern guy stepped in. So they are having an outstanding of 5 years, not even 4. Some northern guys can adopt actually that extreme position and tell you, okay, age is not on Atiku's side. He's coming to balance the southern, the northern outstanding. Oh yes, you can't dismiss that if we are to go by the arrangement of zoning, right? But some people will argue again. I said, no, we want good governance. We want for the interest of fairness, in the interest of justice, in the interest of inclusion. We want that ticket to be zoned to the southeast, respecting the Wazobia construct, which was not even designed, which was not even enshrined by the Nigerian people themselves, but was put together by those who frame what will later become corporate Nigeria. So history is important. That is why I'm always reminding us not to adopt any extreme position. Because when you do that, the signal you are sending is this. Comrade, I think you categorize this in a very brilliant, in a very brilliant format, and you called it MAD, MAED. That's mutual assured destruction, or a zero-sum game. If I don't have it, then nobody else can have it. But in the balance of power, even those states who seek nuclear weapons, they do that because of what? Self-preservation. Self-preservation. So, what is the need of understanding the game of politics? I'm speaking to obedience now. I'm speaking to the guys in the Atiku camp. What is the need of understanding a game and not playing that game skillfully? What is the need of understanding a game and not playing that game skillfully? What will your innocence achieve if it cannot save somebody? What will your morality achieve if it cannot bend the rules to make sure you guarantee people's individual liberty and collective freedom? We are now in a very delicate position. We need to balance our interest. We need to balance the powers that is going to actually shape the political, direction of the country in the next decade. We are gradually entering into the 2030s. So this is serious business. And if you look at these guys who have been shaping this political landscape since 1999, they're already phasing out gradually. If we are to pick up the baton to lead this country in the next 3 decades, in the next 30 years, what these discussions we are having on spaces, on TikTok, even offline, is fine. But if we don't master the act of balancing interest and aligning our strategy well, we will also fail. The guys who bend the guys who actually shape the American landscape, the civil rights guys, they didn't need to convince the whole of America. They didn't have to. What they just needed to do through their organization, pastors, preachers, you name it, college students, everybody played a part. So what we are supposed to be doing now is to adopt a strategy that we can leverage whatever leverage we hold now to determine or shape the outcome of who the coalition candidate will be. That should be our focus. That our resources, our energy should be channeled towards that. Because at the end of the day, we will win only by discipline, only by strategy, only by quality organizing. We need to speak to the right people because they are people who shape the outcome of any political process all over the world. Nigeria is not in isolation. There are people who INEC, whoever that wins the 2027 election, there are people who are involved, who are inside that machinery. That INEC will weigh its options. It will consider the consequences of its action. Should they rig that election in favor of the person who did not win, like they did in 2023? So you need these guys to be on your side. You need them. You need them. This coalition should not alienate anybody. The coalition should be big enough to accommodate everybody, should be disciplined enough to make sure that our interest is aligned and is balanced. That's the only way we will stand a chance to upend the status quo. Because this current government will not play fair. They will not play fair. They will throw everything at anything. So this is why I said, whether you are from Atiku camp, you are welcome. Whether you are from Obi camp, you are welcome. In fact, no matter how I disagree with you, the moment I know that you have adopted the coalition mindset now to rescue Nigeria, right? I will unblock you, even on this platform. Because to me, it's not personal. We have a job and we owe ourselves a duty to make sure that we don't falter, we don't fail. Because if we do all this organizing, all this, everything we're doing, it will amount to nothing. And I better hope that is not where we are headed. So, beginning from this morning, anybody who has adopted an extreme position, I want you to back up your extreme position with substance so that your extreme position will not just amount to distractions and noise. Because in the game of power, in the game of politics, the man who holds the leverage adopt the coalition at the party, ADC in Anambra now. I don't even know who the candidate in Anambra is. I don't. I know Edo has been taken where I come from, right? But we can see even the small, despite the destabilization and everything, we can see how they are even organizing themselves. At least small. Singing the song of the coalition already. I want the same tsunami that is happening in the northwest now to be happening in the south. I say, although people are, trying to come to the coalition, I want the same thing to happen all over the south and all over the south, the southeast. Because if it's actually the Nigerian people versus APC in 2027, then the people must start to mobilize themselves now, collapse the existing structure that they have, all the existing alliances and understanding they have with anybody, in support of this one team and one fight and one mission, and we can do it. This is the time for strategic unity. This is not the time for strategic distractions. Backed up any of your position with substance, back it up with strategy. Otherwise, as they say, the dog with the less teeth bites, with the less teeth, barks the most. We need to be calm, because it's only when we are calm we will be able to see what the true intentions of these leaders of these coalitions are. Anything you want to throw at the vehicle, please do it. Support it, encourage it. We don't need distractions now. We don't need it, because what that does is to be giving better understanding and chances to those guys who are already saying, let's watch now, we'll see them, they will fall apart. They are big people now, their ego will come. Because remember the reason why anybody is doing anything, there's an acronym called RISE. I've spoken about this before. RISE, everybody eat rice, Abi. RISE, reward, ideology, coercion, and ego. What is the reward when we upend this current status quo of this misgovernance and this impunity, incompetence, and whatever you can call the ills that have bedeviled this country for a very long time? What is your reward? You want good governance, right? You want better infrastructure, you want your purchasing power, you want healthcare, you want a whole lot of stuff, right? That's your reward. Somewhat appointments, right? Now, wow, big madam they call. I beg. Make I shut down for here. Comrade, please.
Okay, no while now. Maybe I will just tell the making wind up the space. Wind down the space. Let me see.
So,
Imam, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's afternoon. Good afternoon, and thanks for the opportunity to speak. So you think I think yeah, this whole the reactions from people after the unveiling last week. It's actually been I think disappointing to me because I don't think like people are I don't think people are even getting the scope. I don't think people are getting, you know whatever it is that you that we were not better off where we come from than what we are experiencing now. So so I think the aim why the actors has to come together is okay, this is what is going on in this country and how could we salvage the situation where there were different opposition political parties job could not stand and because I do not see the party has I do not see the party has been ready to be able to challenge the ruling party. There's a serious compromise within the party. So, without any regret, I have left. I needed a proper political party. I needed a proper opposition political party where I would be able to speak up, where I would be able to criticize the government, where I would be able to, participate in in an opposition activity. So I think for me that it has to be the coalition, you know. So I think the way we should look at the way we should approach this issue is forget about the Atiku and the Obi. Let's come together first. Let's you know let's make the coalition work first. You understand? It's at the end of the day. it's about wrestling power. I have a very, very strong conviction that the Tinubu-led administration has actually failed Nigerians. Nigerians are not doing fine. The policies, what have you. It is so difficult on the people. So I think we should look at how we can wrestle. We should look at before any other thing how we can wrestle this. What ways, what channel do we follow to get this to be able to wrestle very, very hard with the government. So not whether Obi or Atiku, it doesn't arise. At the end of the day, me, I have pledged whoever secures the ticket, I will support because I'm all in on the coalition. I'm not in on a candidate. I'm all in on the coalition because I anticipate that the coalition would listen to the cries, would listen to the of Nigerians. Understand? So please, with here I submit.